Rick, thanks. Well, today is the first day to file your taxes, and there's an important reason to file early to avoid identity theft. Financial professional Mike Falco from Falco Wealth Management joins me now to talk about how to avoid becoming a victim. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Eve.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Sure.
The beginning of a busy season for accountants and financial folks. And identity theft, Mike, is a huge concern. Let's talk a little bit about how thieves operate. What do you see?
Well, first of all, let me just say that last year, the IRS paid out over $5 billion, and that's billion with a B,
wow,
in fake refunds. And the way they operate is they just need your name, a social security number, and they file a return before you do.
Wow.
And if you go to file your own return and they've already filed one, your refund's going to be held up for who knows how long.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about some ways to protect ourselves so we don't become a victim. You say the best defense is to file early.
Yes, file early, because if you file your return first and then an identity thief or a tax thief comes in after you, they're the ones whose refund's going to be held up, not yours.
Okay. And why is it important, Mike, to file electronically? That's also a help, right?
Yeah, it's faster, number one. It's usually the best way to file. You just need to make sure that your firewalls, your antivirus software, all that, of course, is up to date, but you should always do that anyway.
Okay. And the third thing you recommend is obviously protecting your personal information.
Right. Don't give your personal information to anyone, just anyone that calls or emails. IRS will never use social media to contact you. So if you do get something that's suspicious, what you want to do is report it. Okay, I have on my website, falcowealth.com, we have the ways you can report it there.
Okay, yeah, sadly it seems like every year we do stories with some of the scams that pop up. So what do you do if you do become a victim of identity theft?
If you do become a victim, the number one thing, first thing, is contact IRS. Document everything and stay in touch with IRS until the matter's cleared up. You can also report it to the police. You can report it to the Federal Trade Commission. You can even report it to the fraud section of the 3 major credit bureaus. And on my website, I have resources to how to go about that. Okay,
great. And just lastly, let's talk a little bit about what we're expecting this tax season, Mike. I hear it could be a difficult one for taxpayers, right?
Very difficult. The commissioner has already said that almost half of the people who try to contact IRS this tax season will not be able to get through to a person.
Wow. Okay.
Because budget cuts have led to layoffs and no overtime. So it's going to be a real nightmare.
Okay, so the sooner you do things, probably the better to minimize headaches. What about a refund? I know that's when your office gets busy. Any advice on what to do with our refunds?
Sure. The average refund last year, I think it was about $2,700.
Okay.
For most Americans, that's the biggest single check they'll get all year.
Wow, okay.
So what I recommend my clients to do is to have a plan for that money before you get the refund. And normally that plan should be something long-term, such as saving for retirement, a college fund, emergency fund, something like that. What happens if you don't have a plan and you get that big check, you're going to spend it. And before you know it, it's gone and it hasn't been put to any good use.
Okay. All right. So I guess the vacation I'm planning doesn't quite fit into what you just recommended, but I might have to rework things a little, Mike. Thank you so much. Again,
You're
great
welcome.
Tips on your website, falcowealth.com. Thanks, Mike. Always great to see you. And stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.